Hey pals! I hope you're doing well. I am Paige the Framer and I would like to welcome you to episode 21 of my podcast. It is a beautiful sunny Thursday before Memorial Day weekend and I am filming from my shop, which is Frame & Fiber, a picture framing and yarn shop in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. And I'm drinking some seltzer, raspberry lime. It's from Stop & Shop. It's so delicious. I've become obsessed with these seltzers. Alright, so like I said, I'm Paige the Framer, Paige Miller. You can find me on Instagram, Ravelry, and this is YouTube, so Periscope as Paige the Framer. If you would like to learn more about my shop here and anything else that I'm doing, what we're up to, you can visit my website, which is frameandfiber.com. And if you're interested in buying any yarn from me or framing supplies, you can check out my Etsy page, which is Frame & Fiber NJ. All of this will be linked below. So I'm going to try to make today's episode quick. Just kind of wanted to pop in, catch up with you guys, fill you in on a couple things, show off some of my projects, blah, 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 blah. So the first thing, today is the 23rd of May, which means I've entered into the it's the 24th of May. I've entered into the home stretch of my MayScopeADay challenge. MayScopeADay is a challenge to go live on Periscope for at least 2 minutes a day for the month of May. And so far, I've done it every day. I am taking this challenge with a bunch of other crafty ladies on Periscope. So if you're on Periscope, please follow me there, Paige the Framer. And if you're not on Periscope, but if you are on Twitter, you can also find me there, Paige the Framer. And those videos show up on Twitter as well. And it's just really a fun going live, building a community, and getting comfortable being on a live broadcast. So it's going well. Today is the 24th. This Monday coming up, which is the 28th, is Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to all of you. I hope you have a great day. I hope you can take some time on Monday to remember those who have given their lives for our country and just remember what it is all about and enjoy your time with family and friends. But Tuesday is our beach knitting kickoff. So from Memorial Day to Labor Day here in Point Pleasant, well, here in New Jersey, I host Knitting on the Beach every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. For more information, you can check out frameandfiber.com to find out where it is and how to get in touch with me if you need directions. But if you will be in my area at any point during the summer, would love to have you join us on Tuesday nights on the beach. Just make sure you bring a beach chair and your knitting project and just kind of pop a squat and hang out with us and knit. It's a great time. I cannot wait. I'm so excited for Tuesday. Hopefully the weather holds. If it's anything like today, it'll be amazing. Weather permitting, obviously, so if we aren't able to be on the beach because of the weather, we will be knitting from the shop. So there is knitting on Tuesdays. Try the beach. If it's raining or gross out, pop back over to the shop. The shop is, I don't know, less than 2 miles from the beach, so it's not hard to find. Please join us. It's so much fun to have your toes in the sand, clicking your needles and chatting with your pals. It's so much fun. I do go live from the beach on Periscope. I might try to do it from Instagram as well. So if you aren't local and you want to pop in and see how it's going, follow me in those couple places and maybe you can catch a live broadcast from the beach. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about, I'm announcing that I want to do a giveaway now, but the details for it will be next week. But I'm so excited because here on YouTube I have reached over 500 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for subscribing. That means so much. And it's really cool that there's a bunch of you who want to hang out with me on a weekly basis. So thank you so much. On Instagram, I have almost reached 1,500 followers. And again, that's amazing too. Thank you so much. So I want to do a giveaway. And the reason why I'm telling you about it now and not necessarily, you know, just kind of building some hype. The reason why I'm not giving you the details yet is because I don't have the details. I originally wanted to combine the two to do one giveaway for Instagram and YouTube, but I don't really know how that would work. So I'm giving myself this week to figure it out, and then next week we will have the details. So thank you all for subscribing. Thank you for following me on Instagram, and stay tuned because I think it's going to be a great giveaway. Okay, I'm going to pause this. Yes, I'm going to pause this, go grab my knitting, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this episode is all about the knit-alongs, and the reason why I'm talking about it, how many knit-alongs am I talking? I have show notes, guys. I have show notes. I even typed them up. I'm so impressed with myself. So the reason why I am talking about all the knit-alongs and joining all the knit-alongs, 3 knit-alongs really, and one of them is the one I'm co-hosting, so just 2, but whatever. For me, that's a lot of social knitting. And the reason why I am needing these knit-alongs is for knitting accountability. I have languishing whips that need to be finished because I have a podcast and I need to have knitting content because that's what this is all about, at least partly. And if my whips keep languishing, there's nothing for us to talk about. So I'm joining in with some friends in different areas for different knitting, for different projects, to get things done and to get them off my needles. So let's talk about all the knit-alongs. The first one that I want to mention is, of course, the 3-color KAL, which I am hosting with Liz from the Just One End podcast. It started April 21st, but Liz has graciously extended it to June 15th. I say Liz has extended it because she's finished with her project. I, on the other hand, am almost halfway through, so she extended it for me, but I hope that benefits you guys. So we have, I guess that's 2 weeks, a little bit over 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, to get our projects finished. The deadline, like I said, extended to June 15th. I keep looking down because I did notes and now I feel like I need to read them. I'm sorry if it's distracting. I'm going to hold it so maybe that'll be better. Okay, so there are a couple things to know about the knit-along. If you are joining us, if you're in the middle of knitting, or if you have finished, or if you're a speedy knitter and want to cast on a project, that would be great. The requirements for this knit-along are to use 3 different colors to make your project. You can knit, crochet, or weave it. And join us if you are so inclined. Like I said, deadline is the 15th. So if you have joined us, please post pictures of your works in progress and your finished objects on Instagram using, oh my gosh, seltzer makes you burpy, using the 3-color KAL hashtag. If you are joining us and you would like to chatter on our Ravelry thread, that is on the Just One N group page on Ravelry, that I will link down below, so please go see that. That's Liz's Ravelry page. There she has our chatter thread and our FO thread. To enter into the prize drawing, please enter your FO pictures on the FO thread. And if you have bought any of the yarn that you are using for your project from me, either one skein or all 3, that gets you an extra entry into the grand prize drawing. The grand prize is at Liz's. She has it. She'll be mailing it. And you can see a picture of that. I believe she has a picture of that on her Instagram. She also has shown it on her podcast, the Just One End podcast. Yes. So for me, for that project, I am making this is a repeat for a lot of you, but I am making the 3-color Cal from Joji Locatelli. 3-color Cal, what did I just say? The Suburban wrap. Last week I showed you this. I'm only going to show it to you quickly, just so you can see my little bit of progress that I've made. Last week I was somewhere in here. This week I'm down here. So it's growing. I did decide, if you watched last week, I was contemplating making this into a tank top because I think it would be an amazing tank top, but I decided to stick with it. The colors, the yarn that I'm using, Moonstone Dyeworks, Legacy Fiber Arts, and Sweet Sparrow yarns. This is the Snowberry colorway, the Elephant Ears colorway, and the Stone Cold Manners colorway. That is my whip. And it's a really fun knit. I didn't like it at first, but now I love it. Okay, so for any more information about this knit along, the link to the Just One End Ravelry page is below. So please follow that link and find out more info there. And as always, if you need more info and would like to contact me, DM me on Instagram. The next knit along that I'm joining is a knit along that has already started. It started back in April 21st, and it runs through June 21st. So there's not much more time on it, but I'm not entering it to enter for a prize. I'm just knitting along with the people so that I can get a project finished. So this is called the LFAfancyFeetKAL, the Legacy Fiber Arts Fancy Feet Cal. Yeah, it's over on June 21st, so that's about 4 weeks away. So if you are a fast knitter and can knit a pair of socks in a month, I highly recommend joining this knit along. The requirements for this knit along are to knit any adult size socks. No, sorry, any adult size textured sock pattern. So I am using a pattern by Mina Phillip, which is called the Avenue Socks, and I'll show that to you. It is hosted by Sue and Chelsea of Legacy Fiber Arts. And they're asking us all to use the hashtag LFAfancyFeetKAL. So whips are not eligible for this one. So that's why I'm not eligible. Like, I can't win a prize because I started these socks months ago and I have not paid much attention to them. So I want to get them off of my needles. So I decided to jump in on this knit along, hoping that it will help me with some accountability and some motivation to get these socks done. So let me show them to you. These are, like I said, the Mina Phillip pattern, the Avenue Socks. I am using Dyenamixx yarn in their Shug Avery colorway. I can't remember the base that it's on, but it is Dyenamixx yarn, and that is owned by Mars, who is Hey Brown Berry on Instagram, and her daughter Adachi. And I can't remember Adachi's Instagram, but this is their company, and that's their yarn. And I just think I'm gonna love these socks. It's such a dense, thick fabric. And I think it has something to do with the way the pattern is worked up because it's a slip stitch. And I don't know, I just think it's such a pretty pattern. I love the way the micro stripe with the pattern work up. You can see these tiny little V's or little hearts everywhere. So I will absolutely love these socks, but I need to get them off my needles. I do have the other sock ready to go. That's where I'm going to cut in my heel. So yes, these need to get off the needles, and I'm hoping that joining everyone for this Fancy Feet Cal, that I'll be able to get that done. And if you need more information for that knit along, if you'd like to join, if you want to make a pair of patterned socks or textured socks, to join that KAL, jump over to the Legacy Fiber Arts Ravelry group page, which is Legacy Knits Nerds. That'll be down below too. So find that link and go visit that. Go visit them and learn more about that KAL. I wish I had started it from the beginning, but, well, you know, the next one. There's so many. There's always the alongs. All of the alongs. We can always join one. So the next one that I'm joining is hosted by Denise, who is Earth Tones Girl on Instagram, and that's the name of her podcast, and Rachel, who is Treehouse Knits on Instagram, and that's her podcast. So they are co-hosting a SummerMittenKAL. And that's the hashtag. So if you're going to join, use that hashtag to post your pictures. This knit along runs June 1st through July 31st. So I'm hoping before June 1st or that first week of June to have a whip finished. So that way I can join with them to do an actual brand new pair of mittens. So it is a mitten along, and they are wanting, the theme of this knit along is to knit any colorwork mitten that says summer to you. So, and they want you to, as long as you can tell them why the pattern reminds you of summer, you are entered. So it's a pretty loose interpretation there. You can really work it. Whips do count, so you can join with a whip. My project, it is a whip. However, I feel like it's, for me personally, I have one mitten finished and the other one's 3/4 of the way done. So I don't want that to be my project for this knit along. And it doesn't speak summer to me, so no. It's going to be, I'm going to kick my butt to get these done so that way I can use these needles for my next pair of mittens. So the mittens that I need to finish that have been languishing forever are my Skein Deer knits. And I can't even remember the name of these mittens because I haven't touched them in so long. Which ones are these? I am hoping to make all of the Skein Deer Selbu mittens. So these are the Nea Mittens. So that's the one, and I have 3/4 of the way finished on this one. Like, I'm so close. So I think if I pay attention and budget my time wisely, I can get these finished in time to be able to cast on another Skein Deer pattern for this knit along. So let's see, I want to cast on the Flora mittens by Skein Deer Knits. Clearly that reminds me of a sunflower. I mean, it reminds me of a sunflower. So that's what I want to knit for this, for the summer mitten knit along. I think this is perfect. And like I said, I want to do all of Ellie's patterns, so that one is definitely in, or definitely going to be mine. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to tell you about this. Oh yeah, so if you're going to do this, you still have time to pick out, it hasn't started, June 1st is when it kicks off. So if you need to research, Rachel on her Ravelry page, which is Treehouse Knits, I will link that below, she has put together a pattern bundle with all different kinds of mitten patterns for you to browse. So you can just go there, look there to see if there's anything that kind of sparks your interest. I just love, this is the other thing too. So they want us to post on Instagram with the hashtag SummerMittenKAL. And it's so cute. This is what they wrote on their Instagram or their Ravelry page. Let's infuse some summer into our mittens. And I think that's so great because, well, making them in the summer, maybe when we're wearing them, when our little fingers are cold, we can remember how warm it was while we were making them. So I think that's fun. So please join that knit along. Colorwork Mittens Now, specifically Ellie's, because I'm loving them, I think colorwork mittens are a great introduction into making your first colorwork project. So I want to throw it out there that if you're local to me and have never made a colorwork mitten, colorwork anything, join this knit along with me, and I can definitely help you through the knit along. But it would just be fun to have some locals knitting these mittens with me, maybe on the beach on Tuesday nights. So I think that's it for today, guys. I just wanted to throw out one other thing that I'm going to be casting on. We'll strike that. Not casting on. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I've been talking about wanting to get a sweater back on my needles because I haven't had one on in months. And so I bought Green Mountain Spinnery Cotton Comfort from the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival. And I have this in some pretty cool colors. This color is, oh, what is this called? This is called Suede. And I have it in a pale green and a pale yellow and a pale cream color. So I am going to be swatching with this yarn. And hoping to cast on a simple short sleeve stripey type raglan, maybe boxy, something. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure, but I want it to be either, well, even a tank cap sleeve, something that's kind of like loose and comfortable. So if you guys know anything, this is a DK weight yarn. It is 20 organic cotton and 80 fine wool. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to hold it up here. It's lovely, and so this is what I want to use. So it's DK weight, and I don't have an idea yet of what sweater I want to do. If you've used this yarn, or if you've just made a DK weight sweater that you love, could you let me know? Can you comment below? Because I could use some help finding something for this. Oh, it feels really nice against the skin. So that's it. That's all I have. That's all for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today for episode 21. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being subscribers. If you're not a subscriber and would like to subscribe to keep in touch, I would really appreciate that. And as always, if you have any comments, please leave them below. And like this video if you like this video. Thumbs up if you like the video. And I will catch you guys next week. Thanks so much. I will talk to you soon. Bye.